Good morning, my dear students. Today, let's start a new lesson, Cell Structure and Function. Chapter 8, Cell Structure and Function. Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of all living organisms. The bodies of living organisms are made up of tiny units called cell. What is cell? The cell is the smallest unit in the body, and the bodies of living organisms are made up of tiny units called cells. Cells can be seen only under the microscope. Why? Cell is very small. So the cells can be seen only under the microscope. Cells present in living organisms differ in numbers, shape, and size. There are unicellular organisms as well as multicellular organisms. Organisms can be classified into two. Some organisms are unicellular and some others are multicellular organisms. In that, first one is unicellular organism. Uni means one. Cellular means cell. So unicellular means or unicellular organism means organisms having only a single cell is called a unicellular organism. Unicell means one cell. So unicellular organism means organisms having only a single cell is called a unicellular organism. Example for unicellular organism, microorganism. Okay, bacteria, amoeba are the example for unicellular organism. What is unicellular organism? Organisms having only a single cell is called a unicellular organism. Example, bacteria, amoeba are the example for unicellular organism. Then next one is multicellular organism. Organisms made up of more than one cell are called a multicellular organism. Multi means many, cellular means cell. So multicellular organisms made up of more than one cell are called a multicellular organism. Example for multicellular organism, plants, animals are the example for multicellular organism. In multicellular organism, a large number of cells perform various functions in coordination with each other. But in the case of single cellular organism, in unicellular organism, all the functions are carried out by a single cell, but multicellular organism, a large number of cells perform various functions in coordination with each other. Example for multicellular organism, plants, animals are the example for multicellular organism. The next topic is shape of cell. Shape of cell is related to their function. Shape of cell is related to their function. Some cells have irregular shape. I think the 7th standard, this one we already studied about amoeba. Correct, no? Yeah, in the amoeba, we already studied amoeba has a no definite shape. And about the pseudopodia also we studied in the 7th standard. Okay, so some cells have irregular shape. Example, amoeba has no definite shape. And some cells are round and some are spherical or elongated, and some cells are long and pointed at both ends. From this we can understand shape of the cell is different. So some cells have irregular shape Example amoeba, and some cells are round. Here I given some pictures. Here we can see some round cell. Correct, no? Yeah, this is the spherical red blood cell of human being. This round shape is the blood cells of human being, and it is the size shape is spherical shape. Okay, so some cells are round and some are spherical. Example, blood cells of human. So spherical shape. And some are elongated and some cells are long and pointed at both ends. Here smooth muscle cell also we can see here. Okay, so this shape is spindle shape. The long and pointed at both ends. This shape is called a spindle shape. This is a muscle cell. Okay, this is a spindle shaped cell is muscle cell. Okay, so and some are long and some are branched. Here also we can see one branched cell. This is a neuron or nerve cell. It's a long branched nerve cell. This is a some cells are long and some are branched. So branched cell, here we can see one branched cell. This is a nerve cell or neuron cell. So from this figure we can clearly understand uh, the shape of the cells are different. Some are irregular shape and some are round, some are spherical, and some cells are spindle shape and some are branched shape. And the shape of the cell is related to their function. The next one is the function of nerve cell. Okay, we already studied the nerve cell. The shape of nerve cell or neuron cell is branched. The long branched nerve cell. So, what is the function of nerve cell? The nerve cell receives and transfers messages, thereby helping to control and coordinate the working of different parts of the body. This is the main function of nerve cell. The nerve cell receives and transfers messages, thereby helping to control and coordinate the working of different parts of the body. The next topic is size of cell. Then we already discussed cells are different shape. Same as cells are of different size. Cells are of different size. Bacteria has the smallest cell size of 0.1 micron. Bacteria has the smallest cell. Just to remember, bacteria has the smallest cell size of 0.1 micron and ostrich egg has the largest cell size of 170 millimeter. Bacteria has the smallest cell size of 0.1 micron and ostrich egg has the largest cell size of 170 millimeter. Size of the cell has no relation with the size of the body of the animal or plant. And the same as shape, the size of the cell is related to its function. For example, I already told size of the cells has no relation with the size of the body of the animal or plant. For example, nerve cells both in the elephant and the elephant and a rat. We know that elephant and rat's size is very different. So elephant size is very large and the rat is small. The nerve cell both in the elephant and the rat are long and branched. Uh, Elephant and rats is the nerve cell. Nerve cells are long and branched. They perform the same function that of transforming messages. So size of the cell has no relation with the size of the body of the animal or plant. For example, nerve cell of uh, elephant and a rat are long and branched. The size of the cell is related to its function, and the nerve cell of elephant and rat, uh, the main function is transferring messages. So the size of the cell is related to its function, and the size of the cell has no relation with the size of the body of the animal or plant. And the bacteria has the smallest cell size of zero point 0.1 micron, and the ostrich egg has the largest cell of size 170 millimeter. The next topic is tissue. And we already studied cell is the smallest unit in the body. A group of cells that work together is called a tissue. A group of cells that work together is called a tissue, or we can say a tissue is a group of similar cells performing a specific function. Tissues that work together make up an organ. Organs that work together are called organ system, and various organ system together make up an organism. Here I given one picture. From the picture we can clearly understand cell is the smallest unit in the body. A group of cells that work together is called a tissue. Tissues that work together make up an organ. Organs that work together are called organ system. Various organ system together make up an organism. Okay, dear children, all of you carefully read this textbook and this chapter. Okay, this chapter come under biology. Okay, thank you.